So in the financial industry, we must think in terms of information asymmetry. A lot of credit risk that we take, or any other kind of risk, insurance as well, is essentially, you can say, an information asymmetry problem. And so one way to resolve information asymmetry is for the customer or the consumer to be able to give you all the information that will allow them to get a favorable loan. And what the account aggregator does is to provide a mechanism for this to happen in a real-time basis, in a very low-cost fashion, based on consent of the individual involved. So this is the first large-scale implementation in the world where all personal data, financial data, will be available to financial information users, but only in a consented kind of a system. And that system will be managed by the account aggregator, the new entity that will be set up. So all the details, the mechanics of how that will happen are now in place. And so this is a system that will gradually come to life in the remaining part of the year. And as people start doing consent transactions, you will see the volume starting to build up during the year. So the logic is that, look, India has a different relationship to data than what the West has. By the time the West became data rich, it already had very high per capita income, right? So if I am in the US, $50,000 is my per capita income. Of that, about $30,000 is discretionary income. So I use personal data to shape how my discretionary spend will be done, right? So if you see, that's the business model that Facebook has or Google has. In India, if you go to the hinterland, the per capita income is $2,000-3,000, of which only $200-300 is discretionary income, right? So what is the point of shaping where that will be spent? That cannot be a viable business at all. So in India, since India is going data rich very early in its life cycle, the relationship, the purpose of the data is not to use it for managing discretionary income, but to use it to grow that $2,000-3,000 to $4,000-5,000. So it is about empowerment, it is about livelihoods, it's about giving credit to the people who have not had credit so that they can build their business. So the relationship of the data with the citizen is completely different. And in this relationship, you needed to design new types of systems that will enable this empowerment to happen, because we cannot borrow them from the West. So that is what has happened through the account aggregator and other initiatives that are taking place. They're all part of the fourth layer of India stack, which is called, and rightly so, called data empowerment and protection architecture. In the West, it is only data protection architecture. In India, data empowerment is as important as protection. So can you combine the two to make it happen differently? So clearly the citizens will benefit a lot, right? And I think it will be if everything plays out well, it will be a very competitive market. And therefore, it will reorder the way, the financial institutions are structured today. Now, is this a very big money-making opportunity? We don't know. And it is possible that it may not be a very big money-making opportunity. It may bring about democratization of credit in a very big way. But hopefully, in a way that there are no big rents to be sought. In other words, there are no players that can take unfair advantage of this. And it is very competitive, and you will have leaders for a few years and they will get displaced by more innovative players and displaced even by more innovative players. So that is hopefully the kind of a scenario that we will see. Now, this has traditionally happened in the past. Many of us don't appreciate that the first leader in PCs was Packard Bell, which was then displaced by Compaq, which was then displaced by Dell, right? So if you are innovative, you can come in and shape the industry and become big again. That is possible only when the building blocks that allow you to do this are all public building blocks. They don't select the winner. They allow any innovative winner to be successful. That is the mechanism that India is trying to create for itself right now.